What's going on, everyone? Sorry I wasn't posting any of this E60 content. My car was at the shop for like 3 weeks. We did rod bearings and vano lines. As you already know, this is the most important maintenance for the S85 engines. I haven't been driving this car, to be honest with you. This one only has 39,000 miles on it, and when I bought it, I think it had 38,000 miles or 37,000. So I haven't really driven this car much. It's pretty much a shop car, but I knew that I had to get this maintenance, even though it's 39,000 miles. You would think it's such a low mileage, engine, but it's very important to get those rod bearings done. So dropped it off, took them 3 weeks. They just couldn't get to it right away, but I had a master mechanic do this job, and it was very important for me that somebody actually that knows these engines and has all the proper tools to get this job done. So I dropped it off in the right place, and the job was done. Car drives perfectly fine, but I had to do 1,000-mile braking. So literally I can go over like 4,000 RPMs, and I'm not even driving it every day. So now I'm trying to drive it every day and put some miles on it. So probably gonna just drive it for the next 3 weeks or a month or whatever, just try to put some miles up on that. And then I have to do another oil change within 1,000 miles and just make sure everything's good, and then I can actually drive it the way I drive it. As you already know, maintenance is super important on these cars. I've done a lot of things, even though you guys see I got like check engine light on and I got the ABS lights on. Now, check engine is only map sensors. It's nothing crazy. After I did the Gene Tiny tune on it, like it threw the check engine and it just shows the map sensor issue. It's not a big deal, but I'm gonna take care of it. I don't want no check engines. Like, I'm really particular about that. I don't like check engines. Even though on my X6M I got check engine, but that's because I got no cats on it. Now this one is tuned, so I do need to make sure I got no check engine. But whenever you got the ABS, whenever you see my ABS light on and the traction on, that's because previous owner, they really tried hard to turn off traction control off on this car. And on the manual E60s, for some reason, you cannot 100% turn off traction control off. So for some reason, like, it's just the way they designed it, it just does not turn off 100%. Like, it just kind of takes over at some point. So you can't just be 100% like off. And the previous owner just didn't like that, and they were trying to find ways how to delete it. And they were messing with the traction control module and the ABS control module. The only way to turn all that stuff off, you have to turn ABS module off, I'm assuming. And there was a little switch in my car where you could literally just press a button and it would just turn that off. Now, I think that caused my ABS pump to burn out. Even though I did troubleshooting, they also installed line locks on front brakes, so you could do burnouts. Now, I'm not the kind of guy who's going to be doing burnouts, so I started there. So I put everything back to original. Like, I bought new brake lines, I reinstalled everything, I bled the brakes, I try to do all that, but still ABS pump is just not, it's not turning on. And I got some sort of issue. It's like it turns, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I feel like it is an actual ABS pump. Now, the reason why I didn't do it yet, because I simply don't have time. I'm super busy at Foreign Reps. We're doing a lot of projects here. And, for me just to start working on my personal car, it just, it just doesn't work that way. I'm going to find some time for sure sooner or later, but as of right now, like, this is what it is. Now, to give you a little rundown what we're going to do next. Now we got all the maintenance figured out, because that was the most important thing. And actually, mechanic that did the rod bearings on my car told me that you were like this close. I posted rod bearings on IG. You could see copper. I'm actually gonna add that here. You could see copper. So what that means is there are like certain metals that laid on top of it. So whenever you start to see that copper, that means, well, it is done. Like, it's about to break. So it's very, very close. So any second, one of them was gonna just give out, and that's it. And then your S85 is gone. Like, now you're gonna be looking at high mileage S85 for $10,000-$12,000, and then you need the labor, then you need that. So yeah, so it was good timing for me to get that done. Now, next thing we're gonna do, I already bought full carbon fiber kit from Dinman. Diffuser, side skirts, splitter. Now, I'm gonna install all of that next week, but I want to repaint my front bumper. I already done that once. It was not a good job, so I'm gonna take it to my shop that I'm using right now. He's doing a really good job, so I'm gonna take it up there. And also, I'm going to delete the side markers. I don't like those side markers. Those are US spec side markers. I'm gonna delete those, so it's gonna be a pretty clean look. And for me to install side skirts, diffuser, and a splitter, I have to remove those parts such as rear bumper, front bumper, rocker panels. Everything has to come off and then has to be bolted. So because whenever I'm driving, 16, 18, 20 miles per hour, you know what I mean? I want that shit to stay on. I don't want it to fly off the car. And that's gonna be next week. As you already know, I spend a lot of time, money on maintenance. We did idle actuators, throttle actuators. I did full plugs. I did all the oil changes, like differential, transmission oil. I mean, rod bearings on the inside of the car. Like I did a lot of stuff also. I mean, this car is in very, very good condition and it's low miles. Even though it does look like it's a track car and it does look like I'm dogging it and stuff like that, but I do drive these cars like I want to. I do know how to drive those cars, but at the same time I do maintenance on them. So, stay tuned. If you want to know more about what I have on this car installed, I think this one has, if you're gonna like put the cost of the parts, the aftermarket parts on this car, it's way above $50,000 to $60,000 just in parts. I'm not talking about labor. So I think it's one of the most unique E60 M5s out there. Also, the 6-speed manual. I mean, it's a pure. I would say, how would I say this? It's probably like most pure BMW M car that I personally ever driven. And I've driven a lot of M cars and I've driven a lot of cars hard, but this one gives me absolutely different feeling. I love every day and every second when I'm driving this car. I always have my windows down so I can hear my exhaust. And I'm gonna drop a cool video. I just want to put everything together. I have to do that break-in, and then I'm gonna do some really, really nice videos with my car. Right now, we are working on some other projects, like customer cars. They letting us to, film them, and most of the times, customers themselves drive their cars, and we don't drive their cars. Sometimes if the customer allows us to go ahead and record some videos with them, if I have to deliver that car specifically to his house, we would just take advantage there and we would record the rollers or the exhaust notes and stuff like that. Now stay tuned, follow me on YouTube. We're going to be posting more and more. Like that YouTube channel right now is really not that active. I just started to add things and just kind of like assemble it and make it not assemble, but like I started to kind of spend some more time on YouTube and trying to figure like this whole YouTube game out. But I'm gonna be posting more and more videos 100%, and I'm going to try to go after quality. So quality is most important for me, and subscribe to my channel. It's gonna be somewhere in the bio of my Instagram. So yeah, follow us, subscribe to us, and stay tuned.
Foreign bitch, foreign beats, talking foreign shit. You make it rain, we foreign bitch. Rich lifestyle in California is foreign whip, foreign bitch, foreign beats, talking foreign shit. You make it rain, we foreign bitch. Rich lifestyle in California is, yeah. I got that voodoo, bitch, I got that voodoo.